Wow, what a week. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know exactly what took place this week. Something that, we've used the word unprecedented a lot over the last year or so. And I think we could use that word again, unprecedented. What we saw took place this week is something that I've never seen in my lifetime. And it was something that you sat there going, wow, man. The images were jarring as you watched people on the Senate floor digging through desks and taking pictures of documents and laying waste to a sacred monument within our culture. You just had to stand back going, whoa, what is going on? Which caused for me this phrase to jump into my mind. And that phrase is this: be in the world, not of the world. See, I've had a number of people, I've read it on social media, individuals asking, so how do we respond in this world today, especially as people who claim to follow Jesus Christ? What should our actions be? And I come back to that phrase, be in this world, not of this world. See, Jesus used very distinct concepts when he talked about this. He used two words specifically, salt and light. He says this in Matthew chapter 5, 13 through 16. He says, you are the salt of the earth. But if salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people put a lamp under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. See, it's easy to see why Jesus chose these two items. It's because they are so distinctly different from their surroundings than anything else. Salt is unlike anything else that we know in that same category. It gives flavor, it preserves things, it erodes things, and yet when it loses its saltiness, it no longer has value. The same with light. Light, when there is no light, there's only darkness, and yet it's so different from its surroundings. But when it's put underneath a bowl, when it's put out, it's no longer good. Which would have been extremely obvious to those that were listening in the first century because salt and light were necessary. They needed them. They did so many things, and they desperately needed it. And yet when it didn't do its thing anymore, it was no longer needed. Same holds true with us as followers of Jesus. See, we are salt and light, and once we are no longer that, we are no longer fulfilling our purpose. Which is why I think it's so important for us to be able to be this in our world today. We are supposed to be different so that we can make a difference just like salt and light. So in our time today, I'm going to rework that phrase and say it this way. In order to make a difference in our world, you have to know it, but you can't become it. See, now more than ever, people need the words of those that follow after Jesus. We need to be salt and light in this world today. But that means that we cannot look like, we cannot smell like, we cannot taste like, we cannot mimic the things of this world, which is unfortunate because I think we've done too much of that. We've incorporated things from this world into our actions. Things like arguing and screaming and belittling rather than serving and loving and caring. We've lost our saltiness. In light of all that's happened in 2020 and the beginning of 2021, I now think we're watching the results of those that follow Jesus, how we've no longer been the salt and light in this world that we need to be. And now the purpose for why we're here is being trampled underfoot. See, Jesus very clearly told us what his purpose was, and it was this, Mark 10:45, for even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Luke 19:10, for the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. See, that's what it looks like to be salt and light. That's what it means to be different in our world today. And I know that if we did that, we would look different, we would smell different, and we would be different. And as Jesus followers, this is our mandate to be more like him and to reclaim the purpose for why we're here. So I think it's time that we start doing that. 2021 is beginning, and we can do that now. Because if we don't, then we've just lost our saltiness. We've lost our light. As Jesus asks the question, how can you get it back? I don't know if we can unless we do something drastically different. So in this world, let's do that. Let's be more like Christ. And as we are more like him, then I guarantee you God will take care of all the rest. So let's start now. Be in this world, not of this world. Be salt and be light and see what God does. Have a great day.